Hey guys, this is Camfrey15 and I'm back at it with another video for you guys, and this is another DanMachi Season 3 review. Now, because my freaking recording was corrupted, the file was corrupted and I was having technical issues, I had to actually stop my previous recording of what I was actually making of this video, and I have to redo the entire video straight up because it was messed up. Like, Jesus. I was like, gosh. I was halfway into the review as well. Anyways, to get back to where I'm at quickly, I'm still gonna go through the story points and explain them as detailed as I can. I'll just get the introductions of it. Anyways, this is DanMachi Season 3, Episode 5 review. Anyways, like we last left off with the hunters attacking Ween's group. Now the hunters, they're just dominating them, like absolutely just dominating them. There's some monsters that are fighting back, but essentially they don't stand much of a chance, like the Minotaur, for example. The Minotaur was holding his own for a bit until Dix got involved and essentially like one-shot the Minotaur and killed it, to my knowledge, I believe. And the spider lady, she tries to do what she can, and try to protect Ween and stuff like that, but then, things get from bad to worse. Her legs actually get chopped off, and it looks like, Dix is like, finish her off, kill her. But then you have these like sickos essentially try to like, I guess, violate her body or do some dirty things to her. But in response to that, she sprays this acid poison on them and stuff like that. She then gets stabbed, and then that's when she essentially says, listen, I'm not gonna let you fools violate my body, and I'm not gonna let you guys kill me. I'd rather just die by my own hand. That's when she puts her hand in herself, pulls out one of her, I guess, her life crystal, and she essentially smashes it and she dies. And stuff like that. Yeah, this was very brutal of a scene. It goes to show you the terror and the strength of Dix's group, as the fact that, they're most likely the main antagonists of the group. And stuff like that. They also killed the siren too. Now at first I thought that was Ray, but that is not Ray, because Ray shows up later in this episode. It was just another shot siren. Now we cut back to the Hestia Familia household. Bell, he literally dips. He can't even like focus on eating his breakfast or lunch. I don't know what it is at this time. He goes into the dungeon. He ends up fighting a monster in the dungeon, even though he hesitates for a second, but then he just ends up killing it. That's when he walks out of the dungeon, and then he questions himself, like, I know that Xenos people are very intelligent and very smart, but, is it really that okay to kill monsters if it's for, like, money and stuff like that? And it's like, well, technically, it's your way to live, so, I understand why you're questioning yourself, but we know Bell is a different, soul, different than most other people. This is also, and then he also runs into Ice, which is the first time we've seen Ice Wallenstein in this season, and stuff like that. It cuts over to Aranos and Fells, and essentially we find out through Fells is that the crystal she uses to contact Lid has been broken. We find out that Gross is the one that broke it, and essentially he's done. He's like, all right, I'm done with the bullshit. We're going to go and finish these humans off and kill some damn humans because I can't take it. They attacked our kind and we cannot have it. Now, Lid is like, nah. There are other people out there that are not like some other, aggressive style humans. There are humans like Bell that are kind and compassionate and caring. But Gross is not hearing any bit of that. He's like, whatever. You have some members of Lid's group actually go when he's like, we're going up to the surface, we're going to take care of these people and stuff like that. So that's another thing. Now Lid and Ray, they're going to start, something going on. Anyways, I'm actually getting back to the point where my video got corrupted, my previous recording. Anyways, we have Belle ask the question to Ice of the aspect of how she feels about intelligent monsters, on the aspect of what she would do with them if they had like the same feeling, same emotion, yada, yada, yada. And essentially Ice, she kind of responds by saying this in an indirect way of saying, look, it doesn't matter, I'm gonna kill him. But she more I guess you can say, generous way of saying, how might I say, that's probably, Jesus, probably why, because the freaking my computer has to update. Anyways, she kind of says it in a more nicer way, but it's still kind of like, oh, regardless, I'm still gonna kill monsters with, no ifs, ands, or buts. And essentially the thing is, she says is, if a monster were to force somebody to cry, or if there was a reason for somebody to cry because of a monster, I will kill the monster. So essentially her point is saying it doesn't really matter. I'm gonna kill a monster regardless, whether or not. Like I said, she kind of said it in a more nicer type of way. She said if, a monster were to make somebody cry, she would end up killing them, but never ruled out the aspect of I might not, I might spare them if, they don't bother people or something like that. So yeah. So then this alarm goes off because we find out that on the 18th floor, Lavera was attacked and destroyed by these monsters who are armed, which obviously more than likely is the Xenos Guild, which is Gross's people, and stuff like that. Now, what they're planning to do is, at first they're gonna get, the guild was setting all of Arario's, familiars to take care of the situation, go into the dungeon and do that. But then they're like, nope, no other familiars can get into the dungeon, nobody can get in the dungeon. This is when Aranos comes to the plan. He's like, listen, we're gonna have a group, this group team go in there, and with a selection of people that I want on this, in this group, in the to back up the Ganesha Familia, they're gonna go in and settle down the Xenos members, stuff like that. Now we see from Aranos' word that Belle Cornell is gonna be one of the supporting cast members. And you can see as they cut over to other people, like Hestia and Hermes, for example, they're like, why would Aranos do this to Belle? And stuff like that. And they're obviously, worried because it's like, okay, we know where Belle likes to stand. Well, Hestia knows that where Belle kind of stands in this whole thing. And in her way, she's kind of saying, why would Aranos do this? Even Hermes is like, I don't have a good feeling why Aranos did what he's doing to Belle. And like I said, I'm not trying to say Aranos might be a bad guy, but it honestly sounds like it's gonna be a freaking setup. And Aranos is like, well, we're gonna see where Belle Cornell lies. Is he gonna be like the rest of humankind, or is he gonna be different? And it's like, well, shit now. You put Belle into a fucking corner now, because it's like, well, shit. It's either he's gonna take care of the monsters, the Xenos members, and settle them down like any other adventurer would, or is he gonna be the one that, sticks up for the Xenos members and be like, hey, calm down, guys. Go back to where you guys are doing. Can we talk this out? Where other Avengers will see like, yo, what are you doing? Aren't you gonna attack these guys? And stuff like that. So this could be a freaking setup here. We could be getting some crazy setup, and things might not be going well for our buddy Belle, because he might be the one that's ostracized. Which might be the reason why, maybe that's because Hestia a few episodes ago said, like, I can understand the backing of what you're trying to do, Aranos, but my familia could get ostracized for this. We'll be hated if this happens. So maybe Aranos put group just because he heard Hestia's pleas, and maybe he's like, let's not get the rest of her familia involved. Let's just get her, the main person in her familia, invested in this, and that's Belle. Like I said, he wants to see where Belle stands in all of this, and I'm like, I don't know, man. I don't know where this is going. This could be very bad for Belle if this goes any further, and stuff like that. We actually cut over to Hermes, and stuff like that. Hermes tells Osophy to essentially kind of sneak into the dungeon and work like independently alongside the Ganesha familia. He also contacts Aisha, and essentially Aisha and Ryu have a talk by saying what's going on and that Belle's in on this. He's going in as a supportive cast member and stuff like that. And obviously they're worried and concerned. They're like, well, are you going to join and stuff like that? And, you know, they also, Aisha also brings up the fact about the Ikalos Familia and the fact that how they're apparently tied to literally the group that has evil in its word, in its name, Evilist. Now, Ryu's like Evilist, so it seems like she might know what Evilist is or what that might be about. It might have been something that affected her in her past. So that's when she ends up like, okay, fine, I'll tag along and stuff like that. So it's gonna be interesting. And then obviously the last, few, it also cuts over to Isis Familia, and they're not like, they don't like the fact that, they're hiding clearly something. There's something going on that they're hiding. So maybe they have Ice freaking sneak into the dungeon as well. That might be another thing, and she confronts Belle, because you see in the opening, apparently she's confronting Belle at like legit the sword, at sword point. So where that could be going, okay. And then like I said, the last bit of the episode essentially is the Ganesha family, telling all the other Ganesha family members, listen, do not kill the monsters. We're going in there to them and detaining them, essentially, like making sure that they are calmed down, cool, and collected. Even if we have to get our hands dirty, but do not kill them. And you see, Belle covered up in a hood, essentially, in this whole group. And yeah, that's where the episode ends off. And next week, it seems like Belle with the Ganesha family and certain other members of characters we know are going to be headed into the dungeon to take care of what I more likely believe is Gross attacking Livera. So yeah, it was a good episode. The hype is definitely, building up for what we're going to be getting on. So it's like I said, there's definitely going to be repercussions for decisions Belle's going to make. And we all know the reason why Belle's going in there is to see where Ween is at and what's going on with her. See if she's causing all this or everything. But we see that Ween is strapped in the cage, essentially handcuffed with Dix's group. So, yeah. But other than that, I enjoyed this episode, and the hype is building up. So, I'm just gonna have to wait till next week to see. Anyways, guys, this has been Cam for 15. I'm gonna get out of here. If you guys like the video, leave a like. Put in the comment section your thoughts on the video. Until then, guys, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. As well as hit that subscribe button, as I almost forgot. And if you are subscribed, hit that notification button to get every upload I make to the channel. Until then, guys, hopefully you guys have a great rest of your day. And hopefully you guys are staying safe out there. Peace.